Closing market comments for Friday, November the 27th. Grains opened slightly higher this morning on the shortened version of markets, opening at 9:30 this morning. Traded stronger throughout the day and closed near the highs of the day. Corn closed up 5.5 cents, 5.5 to 6.5. Wheat closed up 8 to 9, and soybeans up about 7 cents on the day. This morning, before the markets opened, USDA announced a sale of 302,000 metric tons of corn to Mexico, and the weekly export sales came out with corn at 65.6 million. That's up from 42.9 the previous week, 21.5 last year, with 31 to 55 expected and only 23.7 needed per week. Soybean sales were 28.2, down from 48.9 last week, above last year at 25.1, with 26 to 51 expected and 7.1 needed. Wheat sales were strong at 29.2 million, up from 7.1 last week and 22.5 last year, with 7 to 17 expected and 11.6 needed per week. Year-to-date sales have corn at $1,087 million compared to $325 million last year. Have soybean sales at $1,003 million compared to $365 million last year, and wheat sales at $225 million compared to $149.8. In other news in the markets, there's some possible tension rising between Brazil and China over 5G technology. Baggy announced that the planting progress in Argentina is at 31.9% on corn, 39.3% on soybeans. ICAR lowered the Russian wheat crop from 84 million metric tons down to 78 million metric tons. Palm oil was limit up last night, lending support to soybean oil, and that lended support to the soybean market. Australia announced that their wheat crop would be up 5 million metric tons from the last estimate at 33 million, and that's above the 28 that they were calling for earlier. That's a big jump from where they were a year ago at about 17. U.S. dollar today did break support at 92, closing at 91.801, down 165 points for the day. And that is a big deal. If we keep this dollar weaker, will help us be more price competitive in the world. So we'll have to watch and see whether the dollar continues to be weaker. Article out in the last 10 days was talking about the dollar being down as much as 20% in the coming year. So we'll have to see whether any of that comes true or not. Markets will be looking at weather forecast. It looks dry yet in South America, especially Brazil. Mato Grosso is planning behind normal. Their crop normally they have 10 million ready about the end of December. They're thinking they'll only have about 5 million this year. So weather forecast Sunday night's going to be the driver. If it continues to be hot and dry in South America, I would expect higher markets. Have a good evening.